Hello. Today we're going to be doing a 5-minute grammar lesson. We're going to be looking at using going to talk about the future, to write about the future. Today we're going to be covering times and dates in the future. When do we use going to? Are there any rules? How to make a statement, how to make a negative statement, how to make a question using going to, and giving short answers to questions when people ask you questions using going to. So firstly, times in the future. So we're at the moment, this moment now. So the future is anytime in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes, this afternoon, this evening, tomorrow morning, tonight, Saturday, next Monday, next year. Or we can talk about in June, in 2024, and we use the word in for months, and we use on for days. So on Sunday, we might say. Or maybe even in 100 years' time, we could say things about the world. The world is going to be a very different place in 100 years' time. Or maybe we just say later or in the future. So we can use lots of different verbs and ways we can talk about the future in English. English is very complicated and it is very difficult. But don't blame me. It's not my fault. I did not invent the language. I just try and use it, and I still make mistakes with it. So don't worry too much about that. How do we make sentences using going to? Well, the first thing we need to decide is whether we need to use going to. We use going to when we talk about things that we're sure are going to happen. Not maybe, not could be, not our intentions, but plans, things we're going to do. So if I see a big grey cloud in the sky, I can say, it's going to rain. It is going to rain. I have evidence. I've seen the cloud, so I know it's going to happen. Or, for instance, I'm going to eat in 10 minutes. I know I will. As soon as I've finished this, I'm going to go and make something to eat. But I'm not going to go shopping today. But I am going to exercise in the park later. So, statements with going to. The first thing we need is the subject. So, I is the first person because I am the most important. Then she, he, or it is the third person. You is the third person, and they and we are the other people. So with I, we say, I am going to eat. So every time we use going to, we need to use the helping verb to be. I am, she is, we are, and going to always stays the same. So that makes it very easy. And after the going to, we use what we call the infinitive form of the verb, which is a small form. So I am going to eat. I'm going to visit. She is going to visit her friend tomorrow. So here's where we put the extra information, and we can also put in when this is going to happen in the future. So you are going to exercise in the park this afternoon. You don't have to use the when every time. You don't have to use extra information. You can just say, they are going to go to Portugal. Or you can say in the summer. Negative statements. How do we make a negative statement? Well, it's the same pattern as before. I am going to eat toast soon, but now it's negative. So instead, we're going to say not or near, as I mistype. I am not going to. I am not going to visit. She's not going to visit her friend. You are not going to exercise. I am not going to type very well. So all very easy, just put in a not. They are not going to Portugal this summer. Questions. So here again, the verb to be, very important. And we use the same ones. Am I going to eat toast soon? Is she going to visit her friends? Are we going to study English? Are you going to exercise in the park? Are they going to Portugal in the summer? And we can answer these questions with very short answers. Are you going to do your homework? Yes, I am. Is this going to be fun? No, it's not. Is this going to happen again? Yes, it is. So things to remember. Use the verb to be. Use going to for things that are definitely going to happen. And make sure you use the infinitive form of the verb